Hi, everybody. This is Renee again, and I wanted to come to you with some more great data that I hope you can really use. After I did my post last night about sugar, I had somebody ask me about fruit. Does that mean that we have to give up fruit? Because we all know that fruit is nature's candy, and that kind of thing. That it's got sugar in it. But, we're always told that it's got the fiber and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Vicky, thanks for tuning in. And that it is healthy for us. That's not a big deal to have fruit. It's on the American Dietetic Association, pyramid, that we're supposed to have, 7 to 10 servings of fruit and vegetables every day, and they don't really differentiate between those two things. They equate them, which there's no way in this world that they are equitable. They just are not the same. The way that they go into our body and what the effect that they have on our body is not anywhere near the same. So what I want to talk to you about with fruit tonight is that fruit is actually full of fructose. So you think, okay, well, that's just another type of sugar, right? But the way that fructose is metabolized when it comes in, when we ingest it, is that it goes directly to our livers. So instead of going through the stomach, going through the intestines and the digestion and all that kind of stuff, and then the liver dealing with it, as it gets the energy that it needs, the liver is actually where it's processed, which is also where most of the time poisons are processed, is in the liver. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a hint of where I'm going there with this right now. So anyway, I'll just keep on that poison thing for just a little bit. If we were just doing like, hey Ron, thanks for tuning in tonight, like one piece of fruit, that might be okay. But most of the people that I know that eat fruit, they eat, fruit for breakfast. They have a banana for breakfast. They might have an apple in the afternoon or another banana or something like that. They've got grapes that they're having with their lunch. They're putting cranberries on their salads, and all of these things are fruits. So cranberries aren't that bad, but you got to do the math. You've got to look at what the carbs are in it. So when you look at eating an apple, it's got about 24 grams of carbs in it. Truly, only about 2 come from fiber. So that's all you can subtract. So you're looking at an apple having 20 grams of net carbs. Now, on keto, we know that we try to keep our carbs to about 20 grams, right? So an apple totally destroys your day with all your carbs. And you're just not going to have the energy and sustainability from the apple that you're going to get from eating either a big salad that's got some good fats on it, or an avocado is going to be better for you. All these things that don't have that large carb intake that you would be having, that are better for you. So back to, it goes straight to the liver. All right, that doesn't sound like it's so bad. The liver's meant to process things. So what's the big deal? The big deal is that it just doesn't really process it that well. Fructose doesn't really get metabolized into glucose to where the body can use it. And the body can't use fructose. The body uses glucose. So what happens then is it goes to the liver, and the liver's like, all right, well, I don't really know what to do with this, so I'm going to make fat. And that's what fructose gets metabolized into. Now, I see plenty of skinny people walking around that are eating apples and bananas all the time. Where's that fat going? That fat is being stored in their liver. And I'm sure most of us at this point in our lives have heard of the term non-alcoholic fatty liver. And that's what that comes from, is eating this bad fruit, bad fat that we've been eating, and fructose. And that fat just gets stored right in our liver, and then that's it. And then eventually, it will start spilling over into other areas as well. But we start putting that fat around our organs, which is called visceral fat, and it's not healthy for us. And actually, there are a lot of skinny people walking around that are very unhealthy, that have this going on. And this fructose, not only does it build up as fat in our livers, but it starts to because the sugar, the blood glucose, a lot of times when we eat fructose, there's like some glucose with it too. So we're getting that double whammy. We are getting the blood sugar spike and we're getting that fructose spike that's going to affect our livers. So then the insulin's going, okay, cool. This is a lot of sugar coming in, and it gives us a lot of insulin to help manage that sweetness that we're taking in. But then it doesn't have to handle all of that. So it's kind of like where I was talking the other night about the sugar was screaming at the cells, and then the cells become deaf to it. So we become insulin resistant. So by eating a lot of fruit, we build up fat in our livers. We start to build up fat around our internal organs. We are setting ourselves up for insulin resistance. And then what comes next is diabetes. So, like we can eat berries. They've got they don't have as much fructose in them. They're better for us. So that's why we can eat like berries and strawberries and raspberries, blueberries, those types of things, because they do not have that impact on us, on our livers, that like an apple or a banana, those types of things do. So there we go. That's just a little reason about, and people say they can't give up their fruit. It's basically a sugar addiction. That's what it is. It's a sweetness. And they'll say they get, hypoglycemic. Well, that's because they are probably. They ate that piece of fruit 2 hours ago. Their body's gone through all of the metabolic processes that it's got to go to handle that, and then they crash. So they really are, needing to eat something else, but they don't need to eat more sugar, which is what fruit is. Fruit juices are even worse because that's just a direct line. Hi, thank you. I don't know, Kiana. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for tuning in. But that's what that is the fruit juice doesn't even have that little teeny bit of fiber that the fruit has in it. So that's what makes that even so much worse. So I wanted to show you a little something that I noticed the other day. I actually had these in my purse, and I was going to put some sweetener in my tea. I'm sure they're backwards, but Whole Earth. And hi, how are you? So this is what I've got. I can't tell if y'all can see it because the names are coming across the bottom. But anyway, Whole Earth sweetener. And so I looked at the back of it real quick. I'm thinking, okay, I've been doing this for a while. I know what I'm doing. And I've got this under control. So I look at this. The ingredients are erythritol, fructose. That's the second ingredient in this. And then it's marketed as something that's good for diabetics. So I'll post the picture in the comments of the ingredients list so that you can see it. It's got less than 1 gram of sugar, it says, but it's got that fructose in there. So we think we're doing good, and even I was getting ready to put it in my coffee, and it's not. It's not the best thing. So we really do have to be aware of how our foods affect us and what exactly it is that we are eating, and read every single label. Even if you think you know what you've got, and that you're carrying around something that you think is safe. I think I got these back kind of early on and then had them in my purse and was finally going to use them. But that's been since I discovered how bad fructose is for us. So anyway, that's my tip for the night. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, then let me know. I appreciate all of you tuning in tonight, and I'll see you next time. Bye.